What is going on, guys? Welcome to Talking WoW, the pay-per-view special right here live on Twitch. Thank you guys if you're watching back here on YouTube. Here to preview this Friday's pay-per-view show that we have in store here on World of Wrestling. Cannot wait to bring you guys that pay-per-view. We have a lot of announcements to go over in this episode of Talking WoW. We're going to go over last week's show just to catch you guys up on what's happening so far. And we're going to go over this coming Wednesday show, which is the Go Home show. We have a big show planned for you guys. And then we're also going to preview the pay-per-view. So I'm just going to turn my mic up a little bit here because I see that it's down a little bit. Not sure why it's so down. Hopefully I can fix that in post. But yes, here to preview the pay-per-view with arms wide open. Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Live back here on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/the No Holds Barred gaming channel. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, just click the description down below. You'll see the channel link there. You guys can click, follow, and you guys can watch the pay-per-view live this Friday. It's going to be a big one. It's going to be awesome. It's our second ever pay-per-view. We actually opened up our first ever show with a pay-per-view, Kings of the Ring. And then I have a little trailer for you guys for the With Arms Wide Open show happening this Friday. It's going to be shown here in this episode of Talking WoW. So without further ado, I want to get some music playing. It's the one thing I forgot to do was to have music playing in the background. So let's see if I can get that opened up here and get some music playing. It should be right here. Hopefully it comes in at a decent volume. And it's not a decent volume. All right. Just want to make sure it's playing so when I do talk about everything. Let me just make sure it's on repeat. So it does repeat itself. There we go. All right. So, guys, we are going to recap last week's show, World of Wrestling. So we'll start off with the first match that happened on last week's show. The WoW World Tag Team Championship Tournament continued last week with the Best Friends taking on Ethan Page and Josh Alexander, better known as The North, which was an incredible, probably one of the best tag team matches that we had ever here in World of Wrestling. It was an exceptional matchup. So many good things happened in this matchup. Both teams really laid it on the line when it came to this tournament. We even saw, you're seeing now, Josh Alexander actually using the Awful Waffle at one point in this match, and even Chuck Taylor reversing into a tombstone of himself. But it was an insane match. We even saw a superplex to the outside. Hopefully Ethan Page is feeling all right after that, but what an incredible moment. So many incredible moments in this match, but in the end, it was indeed the Best Friends to defeat Ethan Page and Josh Alexander to move on in this World Tag Team Championship Tournament. We'll have the last three matches coming up in the next two events soon. So hopefully you guys can see the end of this tournament. It's going to be incredible. It's going to be a long tournament to decide our first ever World Tag Team Champions. And then this coming Wednesday on World of Wrestling, we're going to see the rest of the bracket and what the bracket looks like after the last two matches before the pay-per-view, heading into that pay-per-view, actually. So let's continue on here. We had the Kenneth Cloverleaf Invitational continue, and boy, was this ever one to watch, ladies and gentlemen. We had Chris Jericho, Le Champion himself, show up to face Kenneth Cloverleaf in what was a great match in his Invitational so far. They've all been great matches, but in a shocking turn of events, ladies and gentlemen, it was none other than Chris Jericho. Yes, Chris Jericho, Le Champion, actually getting the win over Kenneth Cloverleaf. His first loss in this Invitational. We even saw Kenneth Cloverleaf hit the ankle lock at one point, but Jericho was able to reverse out of it, and he actually made Kenneth Cloverleaf tap out to the walls with Jericho. But in an incredible show of respect, the sign of honor and courage and everything else like that, look, you can see here Ken Cloverleaf just shaking the hands of Chris Jericho afterwards as he continues on in this Invitational to prove he still belongs here in World of Wrestling. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, it will continue, and it will continue this coming Wednesday on World of Wrestling. His Invitational does continue, and it will continue on possibly at the pay-per-view. We'll see what happens this Wednesday on World of Wrestling. Another big thing that happened on the show this week, we actually had our World Heavyweight Champion, Kenny Omega, show up and actually cut a promo about the situation with Adam Cole. Adam Cole could not be there due to injury, but Kenny Omega making this personal, bringing a lot of personal things into this feud, even bringing up Britt Baker and saying some questionable things about Britt Baker to Adam Cole. So I don't know how Adam Cole is going to respond, if he's even going to be there on Wednesday. We're going to have to see, because Kenny Omega does have something big planned for this coming Wednesday on World of Wrestling, which we'll get to in the preview show later on in this episode. But Kenny Omega really just making it known to Adam Cole that, you know, he's still going to be the champion, and making it known to the World of Wrestling locker room that he's not going to defend his belt at the pay-per-view if Adam Cole cannot compete. So we'll see what happens. I may have to intervene as the owner and CEO of World of Wrestling, but we shall see, ladies and gentlemen. This coming Wednesday, Kenny Omega has another big thing planned for us, which we'll get to in the preview show. Another big thing that happened last week on World of Wrestling, which we need to address, ladies and gentlemen, a scary situation to happen on World of Wrestling. Brock Lesnar and Brian Cage were fighting on top of the production truck, and Brock Lesnar actually threw Brian Cage off of the production truck on the cement concrete floor. Brian Cage suffered a broken neck at the hands of this and is out indefinitely with no update on his return. Later on in that night, actually, Brock Lesnar made his way out to the ring to address, I guess, exactly what just happened back there. And Brock Lesnar kind of kept it short and sweet for the WoW universe, saying, Brian Cage, you want to know who better? Nobody but me. I actually had to intervene in this, and I had enough, ladies and gentlemen. I had sick and tired of Brock Lesnar running the show here. I booked him in a match at the pay-per-view against none other than a one pay-per-view match contract signed Stone Cold Steve Austin. He made his way down in his classic ATV, and Brock Lesnar and Stone Cold went at it right away. This feud already boiling down, but Lesnar getting upper-handed by Stone Cold, getting hit with not one, but two Stone Cold stunners, and Stone Cold leaving the WoW universe happy with those two stunners. So we're going to hear actually from Stone Cold Steve Austin this coming Wednesday on World of Wrestling, and we'll see what he has to say regarding this whole situation. Also on World of Wrestling this past Wednesday, we had the Triple Threat Classic continue with Shinsuke Nakamura, Finn Balor, and Jeff Cobb continuing on this final match in this Triple Threat Classic to see who would join Seth Rollins and Daniel Bryan in the go-home show this coming Wednesday in the elimination match to find out who goes on to the pay-per-view to face Will Ospreay for that European title. This was an exceptional matchup, guys. Just like every Triple Threat Classic match we've had in this tournament, it was so good. We had Jeff Cobb even hitting his finisher on Finn Balor, and Finn Balor able to kick out of it. I thought that was going to be the end of the match. This was such a good one. If you guys missed it, go back and watch this match on World of Wrestling. I highly suggest you watch it. It was a fantastic match, but in a weird, shocking ending to this match. Shinsuke went for the Kinshasa, but his face ricocheted off the mat. It was actually able to cause him to get knocked out, and Finn Balor taking advantage of that and winning this match and moving on to the finals of the World of Wrestling Triple Threat Classic tournament to determine the number one contender for the European Championship. So now next week, it'll be Finn Balor, Daniel Bryan, Seth Rollins, who will move on to the pay-per-view to face Will Ospreay for the European Championship. And in our main event of World of Wrestling this past Wednesday, we had both our European champion, Will Ospreay, take on the North American champion, Hiromu Takahashi. And ladies and gentlemen, this was probably the greatest match in World of Wrestling history, in our short history. I kid you not. If there's ever a match I want you to go back and watch, it is this match. These two put on a clinic. The longest match we've ever had as well. I believe this match went a total runtime of 28 minutes. It saw everything from diving knees, dives to the outside, super kicks on the outside. We even saw a destroyer from Takahashi, and we actually even seen him hit his finisher not once, not twice, but 3 times in this match. And Will Ospreay, the determination out of him and the resiliency that we saw out of him, he was able to kick out of all 3 finishers. He even was powerbombed to the outside twice. Not once, yes, that's right, but twice. As you continue to see the footage here from this match, here is the second time. Will Ospreay, though, was still able to kick out of every pin attempt. But this, ladies and gentlemen, was one of the greatest matches you will ever see. Both champions proving to the WoW universe why they are both champions. But it ended up being Will Ospreay hitting this move, the Muscle Buster, one of the most dangerous moves in wrestling today, for the victory and winning over Hiromu Takahashi. In an incredible main event, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you guys, it was one of the matches for the ages, so go back and watch that if you can. But before we continue on here, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to actually preview next week's show, and then we'll end off with the pay-per-view preview this coming Friday on Twitch right here on the No Holds Barred Gaming channel. So we're going to preview next week. We'll start off with the very first match for next week, ladies and gentlemen. We have the World of Wrestling Tag Team Championship Tournament continuing. We got the War Raiders facing off against the Good Brothers. This is sure to be a banger of a match. This match is actually going to be not opening the show, but it'll be the second match on the show, which is sure to get the crowd going in that one. We will also see another tag team championship match happening, the tournament match happening. We have the Hardys taking on the Dark Order of Johnny Hungy, or John Silver, and Alex Reynolds, who will walk out of that match and move on to the second round in this World of Wrestling Tag Team Championship Tournament. You'll have to find out this Wednesday on World of Wrestling. And like I said before, the Kenneth Cloverleaf Invitational will continue. Who will step up to the plate? Kenneth Cloverleaf is a 2-1 record in his Invitational so far, defeating Lance Archer and Kevin Owens, and then losing a very good match to Chris Jericho this past Wednesday. Can Kenneth Cloverleaf bounce back in his Invitational matchup? And like I said again earlier, guys, the Triple Threat Classic Finals are here. The number 1 contenders match for the World of Wrestling European Championship, Finn Balor, Daniel Bryan, Seth Rollins, who will move on, and it will be a triple threat elimination match. And ladies and gentlemen, I can say it now, this will be your main event of World of Wrestling this coming Wednesday on our Go Home show. This coming Wednesday, we're also going to have a live championship celebration from Kenny Omega. He's promised all the fireworks, all the confetti, everything in this championship celebration. We will hear from our world champion, Kenny Omega, this Wednesday on World of Wrestling. And as you've seen last week, a big signing that is going to debut at With Arms Wide Open. CM Punk will be his opponent will be revealed this Wednesday on World of Wrestling. CM Punk, who is he going to face at the pay-per-view? We are sure to find out, and we will find out this coming Wednesday on World of Wrestling. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the recap and the preview for World of Wrestling from last week and this week. Hope you guys are excited as I am. It's going to be a great go-home show this coming Wednesday on World of Wrestling, and it's going to be a fantastic pay-per-view this coming Friday for With Arms Wide Open. And speaking of With Arms Wide Open, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to the preview for With Arms Wide Open. We're actually going to start off with the trailer, the first trailer for With Arms Wide Open. Here we go.
I'm waking up to ash and dust. I wipe my brow and I sweat my rust. I'm breathing in the chemicals. I'm breaking in, shaping up, then checking out on the prison bus. This is it, the apocalypse. Ooh, I'm waking up. I'm
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. The first trailer for With Arms Wide Open. There you have it. I cannot wait for this pay-per-view. It's going to be awesome. I will post this trailer on the YouTube page if you guys missed it. It'll be on our YouTube section, and I'll post it on Twitter as well. Cannot wait. So now let's get into the preview. Give you guys a little bit of a preview of what to expect at With Arms Wide Open. We'll start off with the opening contest that's going to happen this Friday. We have a number 1 contenders battle royal for the World of Wrestling North American Championship. 6 men in a battle royal to get a number 1 contendership opportunity at the North American Championship, which is currently held by Hiromu Takahashi. We have Johnny Gargano, Hangman Adam Page, Kota Ibushi, Ricochet, Cody Rhodes, and Kazuchika Okada in this battle royal, who will walk out and be the number 1 contender for the North American Championship. The next match we also have in the pay-per-view, the final match in round number 1. It's been a long tournament so far, but the last match in round 1 for the World of Wrestling Tag Team Championship in this tournament, we have the Motor City Machine Guns facing off against the Usos, who have gone back to the Samoan routes. They're no more the since day one-ish Usos, but they've gone back to the Samoan routes. They're going to be the last matchup, which is starting to be a banger matchup at the pay-per-view as well. And as you've seen this past Wednesday on World of Wrestling, Stone Cold Steve Austin is going to step up to the plate and face Brock Lesnar, but this will be contested inside Hell in a Cell. Steve Austin, Brock Lesnar, this coming Friday on With Arms Wide Open is sure to be another banger of a match as well. And as you've seen in the last couple of weeks here on World of Wrestling, a strange vignette has been playing over the last couple of weeks of someone debuting at the pay-per-view. As you've seen the last vignette, they actually put the logo of With Arms Wide Open in the vignette. They're going to make their debut. I guess we'll have to see at the pay-per-view, but this coming Friday, we shall see who this mystery debut will be. And as you guys seen last week, CM Punk is officially signed with World of Wrestling. He will make his debut at the pay-per-view, but against who, we will find out this coming Wednesday on World of Wrestling as to who that is. We're actually going to have a big announcement at the pay-per-view concerning the World of Wrestling Championship briefcase that was won in the first ever event at Kings of the Ring by Kenta. We're going to have a big announcement concerning this briefcase coming up this Friday at the pay-per-view as well. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, we have our main event of With Arms Wide Open. The World of Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship will be contested with Kenny Omega and Adam Cole. I'm also going to reveal right now, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a 2 out of 3 falls match. This match will not be decided just by 1 fall. It could be 2. It could be decided by 3. It could go up to a 3rd fall. But 2 out of 3 falls, Kenny Omega, Adam Cole for the World Championship in our main event of our pay-per-view this coming Friday with Arms Wide Open. So that is your pay-per-view preview, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed the trailer. Again, the trailer will be posted on our YouTube channel after this is done. And I hope you guys enjoyed the recap. If you guys enjoyed the preview show, thank you very much for tuning in. If you're tuning in live here on Twitch, if you're tuning or watching back here on YouTube, I really appreciate it. I hope to see you guys there Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time for World of Wrestling on Twitch. And then, again, Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Twitch as well for the pay-per-view With Arms Wide Open. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of here. Thank you so much for tuning in to World of Wrestling and talking World of Wrestling. I will see you guys again Wednesday for the next episode. Take it easy.